know the code?
Yes, I got the computer on mute right now, so we're good. CJ? Awesome.
You have the meeting ID?
I do, just one sec, Council Pastors, I'll get that. You got that. Are you on there okay?
It's just asking for to join the meeting.
There's the ID and there's the password. Hi everybody.
Okay, we're missing Judy and Rick.
Rick's coming in right now with Mary Jones from Pelican, and Councillor Parsons is in.
Okay.
Jingles are coming in. I'll grab that pad of paper, Councillor.
There's Mitch. Looks like Richard's in his closet. Are you in your closet, Richard? Hey,
No, I'm in the dojo.
Cat house.
So what's your cat's name?
This is Mojo.
Oh, that's Mojo. Okay.
From an AV perspective, we're all ready whenever you guys are all set, just so you know.
Okay. Just waiting for Rick to park himself, and then we're still waiting for Judy.
I'll check my email just to make sure she's good.
What are you looking at?
Okay, let me see if I can find her.
Looked like she was at home in the last meeting.
Yes. Oh, she's in. She's coming in.
Oh, good. Then I won't bother her. Okay. There she is. Hi, Judy. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Lincoln City's Urban Renewal Agency meeting of September 21st. It is 5:31 p.m. And those of you who are watching us or want to, we are on Channel 4, and we're also streaming on our website at lincolncity.org. If you wish to provide comments to us, you can do that by email to public comment, not comments, but comment, public comment at lincolncity.org. And you can also come in and speak with us in person. And we have accommodations through for our COVID situation. And so you'll be well taken care of by David Twigg. And we have the right to amend our agenda. And so I'll ask at this time, Allison Robertson, do we have any agenda adjustments? She says no with a light shake of her head. Okay, then how about a quick roll call? David, do you want to do that?
Certainly can. Chair Hinton.
Here.
Nick Anderson.
Yes.
Judy Casper.
Here.
Mitch Parsons.
Here.
Rick Mark.
Here.
And Riley Hoagland.
Here.
Okay, we've got a team. Okay, the first thing on the agenda are comments from citizens present. Do we have any, Mr. Twigg?
No, no one's in the chambers at the moment, Chair Hinton.
Okay, thank you. The next on the agenda is our regular meeting minutes of the Urban Renewal Agency of July 13th, 2020. Entertain a motion to approve them. From one of you.
I move. Go ahead.
Okay, we've got a tie. We'll take Judy. Judy Casper and Dick Anderson as a second. All those in favor say aye. Please unmute yourself.
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you. Unanimous. But any objections, I should ask that. Okay, they are approved. Okay, and next on our agenda is a public hearing for the property sale. And let me just read you my script here if I can see it. It is now 5:34, and the public hearing for the sale of the Cutler Bay access property is now open. This public hearing concerns a disposition and development agreement to transfer ownership of the Urban Renewal Agency Cutler Bay access property to Pelican Brewing or assigns. Does any member of the agency wish to declare an ex parte contact, conflict of interest, or bias in this matter? Nope, seeing none, we will move to the next item, which is, does any member of the audience wish to challenge the qualifications of an agency member to participate in this matter? Mr. Twig? Anyone out there?
No one's here.
Okay, moving on. Does any member of the audience wish to challenge the jurisdiction of the agency to consider this matter, Mr. Twig?
They do not, because no one's here.
Okay, thank you. And if no one's there, then they probably aren't signing up to speak either. Okay, now, Allison, could you present the staff report, please?
Sure. Mr. Appicello, do you want me to go ahead, or is there anything that you'd like to start with? Okay. This is really just a matter of the agency taking any public comment on the proposed disposition of a portion of agency property pursuant to a disposition and development agreement. Staff is recommending that you take public comment, and then if any, close the hearing in the record. And later on your agenda is the disposition and development agreement. Basically what that is approving is Pelican Brewing is doing a redevelopment project in the Cutler City area of town. And you all did a similar action in, I think it was October of last year. They had requested to purchase about 25% of the agency's property that is just to the northwest of their redevelopment site. And this portion of property was purchased by the agency, I believe it was 2017. And it really is in between the ODOT Highway 101 right-of-way and the Siletz Bay. This property was purchased because there really isn't a lot of bay access along this section of the highway and into Cutler City. The next access that is public is actually within the Cutler City neighborhood to the south. So this one means that people don't have to go all the way into the neighborhood in order to get down to where a lot of people do clamming and walking on the bay or just enjoying the bayfront. So the Pelican Brewing has requested to purchase some of the property so that they can have addressed their setback requirements as part of their redevelopment. And last year they did purchase the property for about $5,000. And now they are finding that in order to address their design and their goals and their project, that they need to purchase a little bit more of that property. This purchase means that about 60 or 65% of the linear feet of the property would still remain open to the public. So it is staff's, well, I should say my opinion, economic development, that this should have public comment and then be considered as going forward. They are offering the same per square foot purchase price, so 2,500 square feet for $2,500. And Pelican has also provided the opportunity for $50,000 basically contribution to go toward a pedestrian bayfront sidewalk, a portion of the Baywalk project that would be on the bay, not the portion that's on the highway, but the portion that would be on the bay and connect into their development project, just immediately adjacent this site. So
Allison?
yes.
And just for clarification, the $50,000 was associated with the prior transfer of property, and what this amendment does is extend the time for the city to, or the URA to use that money.
Thank you for clarifying that. Yes, those funds were made available until December of this year, and we need a little bit more time to do design and find funding for construction. And so the amendment to the disposition development agreement is to go through December of 2021. We do have Mary Jones with Pelican, who is here. If you do have any questions, or if you have any questions of staff, we're happy to answer those questions at any time before you hear the public comment.
Okay. Are there any questions of staff? Okay, Rick, Mr. Mark.
I just want to mention, I don't think I've ever heard the term Cutler Bay before. Is that what that's been referred to, or is that just somebody's little slip up? It's Let's Bay, isn't it?
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's Let's Bay. It's the Cutler Bay Walk is the actual project. In when we did the Taft Community Vision in 1999, we originally conceptualized this project called the Bay Walk that would connect Cutler City with Taft, and we've slowly been doing sections of that project. And as you know, Urban Renewal is designing the last section of that project that will be along the highway. Years ago, we had envisioned it being along the actual bay, along the shores of the bay. And we just didn't get everyone's participation. We didn't get everybody who on the Taft side. Some of the hotel owners were not in favor of having a boardwalk between their property and the bay. And in this case, I think Pelican does believe that having some public interaction with the bayfront through their project and then the adjacent public property would actually benefit the community and everyone. So sorry, Mary, if I'm speaking on your behalf there. But anyway, so it was the Bay Walk, I think is what I meant to say rather than Cutler Bay. So sorry about that, Councillor.
Well, I just about an hour and a half ago walked to the other side of Cutler City to take a look at the bay where the pelicans and the cormorants were flying, and I look forward to this new boardwalk.
Are there any other questions of staff? How about of Mary Jones? Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for bringing your business up our way, or down our way, I guess. We appreciate
Our pleasure.
it.
I hope we can get started soon.
Me too. A lot of people waiting for you to open your doors, but first you have to build it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Do you have anything you'd like us to know?
I think Allison summarized it very well. I wish that COVID-19 hadn't interfered with our plans, but we're still anxious to get started, and hopefully we'll be able to in the near future. And so we really appreciate you considering this amendment to our development agreement. It will help us greatly in making the experience as good as it possibly can be along there.
Yeah, I think it'll be a plus for everybody. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions?
I think, well, that's good. So we still have no public, is that right? So we can, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing in the record then.
I move to close the public hearing in the record.
I'll second that.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay. Congratulations to us. Thank you. And then, okay, we don't have any of those. Okay. Any other comments? Richard Appicello?
Just that there's a separate item on the agenda. The public hearing was a public hearing, and then you need to take action under the agenda item for approval of the disposition and development agreement and amendment.
Okay. And that's where we're going to next.
Yep.
Move to approve the proposed disposition and development agreement and amendment.
Second.
So that was Judy, Casper, and Riley Hoagland for a second. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, great. Thank you. Next thing on the agenda is the Economic Toolbox, the Facade Improvement Loan Request. You are, if I can read this, F1 2020-03. Allison.
Thanks, Chair Hinton. So agency members, I know you have heard my spiel whenever we have a facade improvement loan request, but I'll go through it again just for the members of the public who might be tuning in. But it's been 20 years that you have had a facade improvement loan. This is a 0% interest loan available to business and property owners that can make a request, and if they are found to be financially successful with repayment, then we take that facade improvement loan request to the loan committee and then to you all for final approval. So this is one of those loans. The payback term is 10 years. And I just want to bring to your attention that this will be the last facade improvement loan that we will do for a while. And the reason is because the success of the program has means that there are no more funds at the moment. And then there is a revolving loan fund. So these repayments do go back into the bucket of money. But at this time, we don't have enough in the bucket to do any additional loans. Part of that is because we made available to the loan borrowers up to a 6-month deferment because of the pandemic. That all was a council and agency decision about how we can assist our businesses. And so some of those borrowers have taken advantage of that deferment, which basically just continues 0% interest, but extends that loan term from, for example, if they had 5 years left on their 10-year loan, they would just be paying now over 5.5 years and make up those additional 6 payments at the end of the loan term. So it's really just a hiatus from payments. There's no fee or anything like that. It just means a delay in repayments to the Urban Renewals Fund for loaning out again. So we will keep a watchful eye on that account, and as soon as we have money available, we will, of course, let you all know. We do have a couple of applications that may come in, but I don't have them in hand yet, and so I can't say that we actually have a waiting list for those funds. So this loan is for $150,000. It's a pretty straightforward commercial loan on a building that is located within the year 2000 development plan area. And they want to do windows and doors, mostly exterior, but they will also do some improvements to siding and some interior remodel, which the program does allow. You made that change a few years ago, that a lot of buildings were getting improvements to their facades, but the inside still needed a little bit of reinvestment. So you made the change to include that someone could, let's say, improve a dining area, but not a kitchen, because the dining area is really what is the customer product experience. The kitchen is more for staff, and so facade improvement does include interior remodels when it is for the customer. So I'm happy to answer any questions on this loan. We did go ahead and just bring it straight to the agency since it is meeting all the criteria. So anyway, I'll stop talking. Thanks.
No, that's fine. Are there any questions of Allison? It's pretty straightforward. And the loan has gone through the usual path of being scrutinized and ranked and weighed and all of those things. So we got a thumbs up from from that experience. So I would, if there's no other discussion or questions, then we could hear a motion about approving this loan, and it would be a roll call. David, if you help us with that.
I'll move that we approve the requested facade improvement loan number URF, it's an I or an L, to 2020-03 for $150,000.
Second.
Was that Mitch? No. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I couldn't see you. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Nope. Okay, Mr. Twig.
Agency member Mark,
Yes.
Parsons,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Chair Hinton,
Yes.
Agency member Hoagland.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. And I guess we'll never know who it is unless we notice some work going on out on the highway. Thank you, Allison. And we are now at the time any members have any comments they would like to share with the good of the order. A quiet bunch. How about that? Okay, we are adjourned. It is 5:50. You have 10 minutes on your own time. See you in 10 minutes.
So the meeting's going to stay on. I'm going to switch over meetings with CJ, make sure we're ready for the council meeting.
We stay on here, David?
Yes, please, Councillor Casper. Yep.
Okay.
This is the same.
And David, you're muting everybody?
Yes.
Or everybody should stay muted.
Yes, please mute. Thank you.
Over there, that's the one.